Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the April budget. If you are new here, I post or publicly share only half of our budget, or about half of our budget. I only share my income because my husband does not want his portion of his income to be shared publicly, and so I just share the bills that my paycheck is allocated to. So I am starting to make some budgeting videos, so that way my name of Budgeting with Nicole can actually reign true, as opposed to just debt payoff and savings trackers. And I figured that one of the better months to start would be April, because it is going to be a 3 paycheck month for both of us. So that means that we'll be able to throw a little extra towards the bills. My income pays for all of our debt, and why that is that way is because down the road, once we have kids, we are planning on Dalton continuing to work and me to be a stay-at-home mom, so we are trying to have it that we can survive off of one income. And obviously we are not planning on paying off our mortgage by the time we have kids, because we would not be able to have kids biologically at that point. But I pay for that because I share those numbers on my channel, and so it would just make sense to put it as part of my budget. So anyways, a little recap as to how we do our budget. So we do, in a sense, paycheck budgets. Most people that I have followed on YouTube, they do their paycheck budgets with this paycheck, this money comes out, or these bills come out, and this paycheck, this bill comes out. For us, every bill comes out every paycheck, and all of our bills are on a credit card, and we put all of the money that is not directly paying it, so basically my paycheck. Every paycheck we set a certain amount of money aside to pay those bills in a savings account, and at the end of the month, when the statement has come due, we pay the bill with the money that we have saved. That way we can get a little bit of cash back from putting it on our credit card, and also it makes budgeting a lot easier and a lot less of thinking of what needs to be done, and then the extra money that we have left over is the money that we can think about, okay, what are we doing this week or these 2 weeks with that extra money. The only thing that does not work for that is our mortgage. That our mortgage, you can pay it in advance, but you can only pay a full mortgage payment or more. You cannot pay half a mortgage payment. So with 2 paycheck months, we end up paying a normal amount on our mortgage, and at the end of the month, we put the 2 amounts and put it into one payment. For 3 paycheck months, we have to wait, obviously, all 3 paychecks, but we get to pay the 3rd paycheck goes 100% to principal. So now that I have explained budgets for way too long, let's get into this. So I'm going to be using these mild liner pens. I got these from Sam's Club. I'm going to be using the color cyan and the color blue, which I'm really confused about because I feel like this is blue. Or this is not blue, this is blue. But whatever, I don't name these markers. So we've got April. It is crazy to me that it is almost April. Wasn't it just December 31st a couple days ago? I feel like it wasn't that long ago. But The exciting thing about April is that spring is not going to be cold outside anymore, or at least to the level that it has been, because here in Wisconsin it's been quite chilly. So the first thing is Nicole's income. And this number is not 100% accurate. I would be able to label it a little bit more accurately if there wasn't stuff going behind the scenes. So basically, I am going off of my mother's health insurance and I'm going onto my own. And I've never had a pre-tax withholding come out of my bill that I'm like actually paying for as opposed to like taxes. So I don't know the correct amount that will be take-home pay, but this is an underestimate. So what I have budgeted for my 3 paychecks is $3,418.42. And I just realized I should probably split these between the paychecks. So I'm going to just put the total down here. I'm not going to put it up here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so for fixed expenses, all of these are fixed expenses, but we also have a variable expense to go along with them. So the mortgage this is gonna be tricky. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes. So the mortgage, the fixed expense is $1,300. And even that is actually a little bit of an overpayment. I think we pay like $15 or something small towards principal every month, like extra, just so that we can round up. But that is our normal paycheck, or our normal bill. And then the variable expense is the $650. That is the 3rd paycheck. I'm putting that in here because there's not a spot to change the total if we didn't pay the whole $1,950. So then we've got federal loans. And that is $57.50. And I will get back to the variable portion about that in a second. Then we have the private loans. And that is $68.92. And there is no variable expense to that because that is what we're paying, because that is not a loan that we are targeting at all. So then we have my car, which is $296 a month. And then we have Dalton's car, which is $614 a month. And all of this does not add up to this amount because we have an extra paycheck. And so we are going to be putting an extra, we're going to be putting extra towards the federal loans because that's the loans we're targeting, of $125. And we are also going to be putting an extra payment towards Dalton's car of $307. And that is because we are so close to getting to the point where we are actually chipping away at the debt and not getting back to the beginning or the ending balance of our truck when we traded it in for this car. So I don't want to wait another month. So we are putting that amount towards that. It's still going to debt, and honestly, I don't know which one would be technically smarter. If putting it towards the federal loans would be smarter because right now they're at 0% interest and they will be gaining interest down the road, or if putting it towards Dalton's car that is currently accruing interest would be smarter. Probably Dalton's car, but either way, something's gonna get pushed back $307. So just decided that I wanna get under our goal in the month of April and not have to wait until, I believe it'd be the first paycheck of May. So we're doing this. So then we are just going to add all of this up. Normally we would have this amount on here, like the savings and sinking funds, but because my paycheck, the public budget, does not have any of that. That all comes out of Dalton's account. So we're going to add this up. All right, so we've got 1,300, 57.50, 68.92, 296, and 614. That number is just so sad to see, because so much of our money is being thrown away in a sense, because our mortgage payment, a lot of it goes to interest, which is super annoying, but at the same time, I understand. So then we have all of this that will be going to principal, which will be very helpful, of $1,082. And I'm going to write a category. I'm not going to put anything in it though, but I'm going to be putting overtime, because any of the overtime can be shared and will probably be going to another form of debt. But it also might be going to savings, and I'm willing to share how much overtime or above this is being sent to savings. So now to put this in here, we've got for fixed $2,336.42, and then $1,082, which is $3,418.42. I just realized that that wasn't even in frame, so I'm sorry. All right, and didn't realize this until the end of the video, but you can barely even read the blue marker. So moving forward, I will not be using that color, because that is not a very easy color to read. I will possibly be using this color moving forward though, because you can actually read it. So hopefully you were able to read it with it zoomed in. So I'm not new to this whole budgeting thing, but I am very new to this whole budgeting thing, online thing. So just bear with me. I am a newbie. And I'm also notorious for making mistakes. I am very bad at apparently adding things up. I don't know, I'm good at math, but apparently not adding 2 plus 2. Let me know if anyone can relate to that in the comments. Let me know in the comments below as well if April is a 3 or 5 paycheck month for you guys, and if you're planning on putting that extra paycheck towards debt like we are. But anyways, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.